Want to look over my shoulder as I implement the butterfly way? Then subscribe to the Butterfly Way Journal. See what I do to trigger spurts of growth and ask questions along the way. There's no need to be left in the dark. I offer no guarantees, but here is the data. As of this writing, my top morning height is 176.6 centimeters, a little over 5'9" and a half. My evening height hovers around 5'8" and a half to 5'8" and 3/4. My starting morning height at 33 years old was recorded as 5'7" and a half. And my evening height started at 5'7" and a quarter. Most height gains occurred through short bursts of focused effort lasting days or weeks. Mediocre execution produced 1/4 inch in 90 days. Less than mediocre execution produced about 1 millimeter in 28 days. Greater than mediocre execution produced 1/2 inch in 35 days. All height growth was achieved without the butterfly way. With the application of the butterfly way, how far can I go above mediocre? What's above mediocre? Well, that could be average, fair, good, great, superb, fantastic, epic, legendary, true. I'm in my 40s now, but here is what I keep in mind. All over the world, adults, even those in their 40s and 50s, are having growth spurts effortlessly. So why not me? And I have features and stories here. This person went from 5'9" and a half to just over 5'11" at 39. You know what? I'm not going to read through these. At least not right now. But you can. I'll just go through it slowly. These were featured in my book. You can download that book if you haven't already. Give it a read. Okay? People in their 20s, late 20s. People in their 30s. People in their 40s. People in their 50s. Even a guy 60 years old. Growing. Look at this guy. He's 59. I am 59. and weigh 172 pounds. I've grown from 5'10" and a half to 5'11" in the last few months. Check this out, fellas. I've put on 13 pounds of lean mass over 9 months. Check it out. And what do we know about weight gain and height gain? Lean mass got him a height increase at 59. You know, a lot of people, as they get older, they get shorter. But what's also happening? A lot of people, as they get older, they actually are losing mass. They're getting weaker, feeble. They lose muscle tissue. They lose bone. They're losing weight. This old man gained weight. But not just any weight, lean mass. And he gained half an inch. How cool is that? He did admit that he had been doing hormone replacement therapy. I am not advocating for that. And hormone replacement therapy is not the point. The point is, whatever he was doing, it led to an increase in lean mass and also an increase in height. That's the point. There's more here. Bibbidi beep, bibbidi bop. You can read through it. People all over the world. And you can know there's a lot more stories than this. This is just the tip of the iceberg. And these are English speakers. How many languages there are in the world? Thousands, right? Among different language groups, ethnic groups, nationalities, there are stories like this. And many people don't even realize it. You know, if a person lives in a rural area, they may not have someone to tell them, hey, you got taller. Because they're not around a lot of people. Sometimes someone has to inform you that you got taller because you may not notice yourself. All right. I like this one. Makes me think of some things. I'll read it real quick. I have grown 2 inches and I'm 41. And that's in the space of 3 months. That is an excellent rate. So that's about 0.7 inches a month. 0.7 inch. It's more than half an inch. I don't know what's going on, but was I having back pains and craving chewing of the bones of meat that I did eat. Me and my wife was the same height. Now I have her by 2 or 3 inches. It's crazy. I hope it keeps going. Maybe I'll get in the NBA in a year or two. LOL. 2 things I'll mention about this. 1, he was eating meat on multiple occasions because there's an S at the end of that word meat. Chewing up the bones of meats that I did eat. Also, well, generally we can assume that he was eating meat on multiple occasions. He could have ate several cuts of meat in one meal, of course. But in the context, we see that this was an ongoing thing. Bones. Chewing up them bones, y'all. Yeah, looking forward to the next videos. I got to share with ya. Yeah, we're going to talk about some of these things. Yes, sirree. Please be advised that this is not a coaching or mentorship program. But, by the way, if you want to check out that coaching or mentorship program, you can click the link right here, and it'll take you to it. But we won't go there now. All right. You're simply getting access to my butterfly weight journal, looking over my shoulder as I do my thing, asking me questions along the way. All journal content, past and present, will be available to you when you join. But you lose access if you discontinue your membership. You regain access when you rejoin. So what does that simply mean? It means if you join now, and let's say after a couple of months, you discontinue your membership. So you're on for May and June, but in July you discontinue. Let's say you jump back on in September. Well, you will have access of everything from May through September, even those months that you missed. Let's say someone discovers about this butterfly weight journal. They learn about it in September, and they join in September. Well, if they join in September, they have access of everything from May to September. Okay, and as long as they stay on board, they will continue to have access. But if they discontinue, they lose access. They can't access the membership or the community inside the membership. Okay? So it's basically a revolving door. It could be that, or one could join and just stay on board. It's up to you. And the value of the program, it builds over time. Because as mentioned, you can ask questions and I answer. But with that being said, there's also value in being one of the first to join, because there's fewer people, and that way you may get more attention. Now, it's not a coaching or mentorship program, but it may feel like it if ain't nobody else on board. If it's just one or two people on board, and you're asking all the questions you want, and I'm there to answer it. So there's value in both scenarios. If someone wants to join immediately, hey, it could be a sweet thing. But if one wants to join later down the road, that could be sweet as well. On the other side, you'll have an opportunity to interact with the community if you'd like. If not, no worries. So that's it. The rest is up to you. If you want to proceed to the next step, simply subscribe to the Butterfly Way Journal.